Hello again, everyone. Alan back again, and I'm going to give a brief tutorial on the revolver trick. Basically, that's where you have the four cards, the ace, 2, 3, and the 4, and basically you're letting your audience know that this is a blue deck, and you make them change to red by a series of turning them over inside the deck. But anyway, you want to have your main deck opposite color of what the box is. In this case, I have a blue box, but I have a red deck. The top card, which is a duplicate of the 4 of spades, is on top in blue, and it shows that basically I have a blue deck. For the sake of this tutorial, I got the cards right on the bottom. I usually mix them up somewhere near the bottom of the deck, the ace, 2, 3, and the 4, and you have those pulled out. And then while you have these out, obviously your spectator's looking at these cards on the table. At that point, you want to pull off, you want to push over and get a break underneath the blue card. You can do that just by simply turning your hand over and pushing the card down, and then slide your finger in there. That way you have your break. So you'll get your pinky break there for to lay the cards on. Now, and while you're putting these in order, that's why I have them out of order. So while you're putting them in order, that's when you get your break. But anyway, once you get them in order, you can do it one of two ways. You can pick them up in order and put them on top of the deck, 8, 4, 3, 2, ace, or you can do like I do, and you can put them in order like this, 4, 3, 2, ace, and then you could peel them off on top of the deck. 4, 3, 2, and of course ace. And then when you pull away, you pull off all 5 cards. Now the blue one, of course, obviously with that. And then you pull away, and at the same time turning the deck over and setting it down. That way, as far as they're concerned, they still think this is a blue deck. So now what you got in your hand is you got ace, 2, 3, 4 with the blue 4 on the bottom. And you start right off by doing this type of count here. Basically it's a frustration move, and you have that 4 of spades underneath, and that shows as one card. So you show them you have the ace, 2, 3, and the 4. You take the 3 and the 4, which is that 3 and the both 4s, and you say you're going to start with the deuce, and you immediately take these and sandwich them in between the ace and the 2. So you're going to start with the deuce, and of course you give that a spin. And you say that the lower denominated card, which in this case is the ace, is going to turn upside down. And by doing that same frustration move, you're going to have the ace turn upside down, where you have that red card underneath there still. And you do that a series of times, and just explain that the next lower card, you had the 3, so now of course the 2 will turn upside down. Now the 4 is on top, and now the 3 is going to turn upside down. And you do that until you get to the ace. Now this is where I throw in a little something extra. That's where I say, okay, now the ace has all the power, and you can basically do a move like you would do in Mercury. You can pull them out like that, and you can show that the ace makes them all face up. And then also after you get done with that, you can show them that you can still do the spin, and it's going to turn the 4, which is, if you wrap it around, the 4 is the next lower denominated card. It goes back to the beginning. So now at this point, you want that card, that blue card on top, because now you're going to do the move to change it. So you remove these 2 cards, which is actually the blue, the red 2 and the red 4. You're going to move those underneath, bringing the blue into the top. Now they're still under the impression that this is a blue deck, and that's where you could do a move like, you want to turn this card and you want to put it on the bottom. This is where the deck's going to change. Well, what I do is I put a little pressure between the index finger and the palm of my hand. And what that does, if you can see on the side, is it kind of splits the cards up. If you do this trick enough with the same deck, you can actually get it to where when you push the cards, when you put them in your hand and you push, you'll get a nice big break, and it'll just show up there. And then once that shows up, remember, you're going to peel this top card off. So what it's doing, you see it's kind of pushing the deck back a little bit. So when you peel, you push forward on all the cards and you peel that up. Now at the same time, hold the break with that bottom 4 with either your pinky, or you can even use your middle finger right there, because you're going to basically hold all the cards in position when you peel off that 4. Now you say, now the 4 is the last card that's face down. Obviously, you know, you're basically showing that the card that was face down is the 4 of spades. Well, now you got this nice big break, and in all the other revolver trick videos I've seen on YouTube, they take the 4 and they shove it in from the back, and so it looks like they're fumbling to get it to the bottom, whereas putting the card on the bottom should be just an easy motion. Obviously you're sticking it on the bottom of the deck, correct? So rather than fumbling in the back and trying to squeeze it in those cards, you've already got this break here, and if you got your hand tilted to the side, you can't tell that that bottom 4 is dropped. So what you do is you can bring the card in from the side, which looks even more convincing. You bring it in from the side and place it on the bottom of the deck, where in actuality it's not. It's actually one card up. So now you do that move one more time, and now you got them all face up, and now they're all red, and that blue card is obviously hidden. And then what you do, obviously, is you square them up, you turn them over. Now you say you're going to, these have turned to red, now you're going to wave them over the deck, and that in turn is going to turn the entire deck to all red. So that's kind of my the way I like to do the trick. It's a couple, you know, a little bit of more variation from other versions I've seen on YouTube. So I think it's a little bit more convincing when you place that face-up card at the bottom of the stack. It looks like you're sticking it on the bottom rather than trying to fumble with sticking it in the back. So and then the extra ace thing with the Mercury move is kind of a nice added addition. So that is the Revolver tutorial. I hope that helps you out and maybe helps that trick, or if you already know that trick, then you can use that to maybe make it a little bit better. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.